Hello fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle with another video. This time we'll be talking about Heavy Gunner build. That's one of the most effective builds that I know about. And for the starter, we have some company. What I'm using at this moment, it's a regular 50 cal, it's not a legendary weapon. As you can see, I can dispatch enemies without any issue whatsoever. Why I have this 50 cal? It's only to showcase the build because it's best and easiest to showcase the build itself without using legendary weapon, but I have a selection of legendary weapons that I will be showing as well. I'm using excavator power armor at this moment. I have better power armors and you are free to use anything better, but I have so many weapons on me now that to show you guys that I really need this excavator carry weight bonus. Normally I'm not really into carry weight bonuses and I'm not using too much. I'm still using excavator to farm ore and to carry more stuff to sell to vendors. Okay, now back to the build. First we'll go into effects. I have installed emergency protocols on every of my power armors. It's giving movement speed and damage resistance when you are below 20% health, what's amazing, especially in connection with adrenal reaction. That basically gives you free health regeneration when you are at low health. Your health will be basically jumping back up to this level, like 45 in connection with Life Giver perk. It will be going back to like 45 even if you take some damage. Then we have bird bones, carnivore. If you are lazy, carnivore is great. You just eat meat you pick up. Chameleon doesn't do anything with this build but have no side effects, that's why I have it. Egghead, especially for hacking and more free experience from this intelligent bonus. Marsupial, this is pretty obvious for jumping. Scully Skin, give energy resist and damage resist with a little bit AP lost. Speed Demon, it's must-have perk basically for everyone. Side effects are like nothing and you are faster, you reload faster, what's amazing. Now to the perks I'm using. Under strength, there's obviously all the heavy gunner perks for damage. I have bandolier because as a heavy gunner you usually will be carrying a lot of ammo, and blocker. Sometimes I will swap blocker for faster reload, lock and load, as heavy guns like LMG will use a lot of ammo really fast and have relatively small clip, and you need to reload it fast because of that. Normally blocker is a great perk. In connection with emergency protocols, you can basically ignore any melee attack from your enemies. Here under perception, I used to have lower perception, but since the vault raids were released, I swapped to 6 perception. Basically, I am using extermination and glow sight as my standard loadout. When needed, I'm swapping for lockpick. One of those I'm swapping for lockpick. Under endurance, I have decent amount of endurance, and I like it like that. I don't like to go below 7. I will tell you now why. First thing first, Life Giver. It's a must-have perk for me just because of this free health regeneration when you are on low health, when you have Life Giver and Adrenal Reaction. These two connected gives you like constant 45 health for free. If you take too much damage, you can still die, but it needs to be like done to like a burst damage or poison damage that is continuous and prevent health regeneration most of the time. But apart from poison damage, it's pretty much absolutely safe. Then I have Aqua Boy. It's very useful for Vault Raid, and in some other cases you can swap it freely for something like other options. Where is it? Radical. If you want some extra strength for carry weight, whatever you need, you can swap it. Sometimes I'm using like Fireproof 1 to protect myself from my own explosive weapons. And Revenant. That's an amazing perk. It gives you plus 50% damage bonus for 2 minutes when someone revives you. I will show you a little bit later how you can use it by yourself, because you can. You don't actually need a teammate to use this perk and gain this 50% damage bonus. Sometimes it's awesome, especially if you want to kill Scorchbeast Queen on imposter ship squad really fast. You can use this perk. I have only one charisma using Tenderizer. Other options as well are pretty much free to use, whatever you like. You can swap as well some of those special if you feel like you need to. For me, that's perfect. Intelligence, I have 12, and at this moment I'm rocking Stabilize. That's a must-have perk for Heavy Gunner. Batteries included because I have with me a lot of fusion cores for energy weapons to show you guys as well, and I'm mixing energy weapons and ballistic weapons. That's why I have this one. I have Ned Rage, which must have perk for any low health build, extra damage, and Power User as well for my energy weapons at this moment. If you don't use any energy weapons, you are free to swap batteries included and Power User for like Demolition Expert if you have explosive heavy gun, or if you want to use grenades or just explosive heavy weapons. Or if you don't want to use it and if you are going to do something like Imposter event and you want to like hold all 3 pylons, First Aid is great. Your Stimpaks will be much more effective. Next, Agility. I just go plain for Adrenaline, and that's all what you need with Heavy Gunner perk really. If you consider more farming, or now like we have this midweek, then you are free to use True Hiker and spend other 2 points for like 1 level of Adrenaline or 2 level of Adrenaline, and use True Hiker to carry more of this meat that you will gather. And next we go to Luck. Bloody Masts must have perk, 15% extra damage. Then One Gun Army, it's awesome perk, but you can swap it for something else if you need, as most enemies will die really quickly anyway. And it's actually the Stagger and Cripple only useful for SBQ fights and really tough enemies. It's not many in this game. Class Freak, it's basically I'm rocking a couple of mutations that otherwise will reduce my special a lot. With Class Freak, it's like almost nothing and only positives. And Star Genes, that's a must-have. You don't want to lose your mutations. That about perks. And now, I already show you how regular 50 cal works in here, but we'll go as well to do some Scorchbeast and show you guys how it's work on a little bit tougher enemy. See the Scorchbeast, yes, Scorchbeast is over there, and she's quite far, that's why my damage is rather low. And keep in mind that still plain 50 cal, it's not legendary one. I will show you better stuff in a second. Crop Duster attack. Yeah, come on here, Scorchbeast, we don't have all day. As you see, when she's closer, the damage is much higher. For anything lesser, like Scorch, and when she's on the ground, she will die almost instantly. Just to prove you my point, that's a 50 cal I'm using. Just have a heavy barrel mode, it's a plain 50 cal, no legendary effects. Now, let's go for something else, like a bloody LMG. We need another Scorchbeast now. Okay, we have another Scorchbeast that landed mid-air. I have no idea what's going on there. She's flying again. And now we have Blooded LMG. This weapon is great, only problem it's relatively small clip size. But you can sort out this problem by using perk for faster reload. I will show you this now. If I swap the perk, just remove the blocker and swap in lock and load, you can see that now reload is like almost instant, and this is not a problem anymore. It takes, I don't know how much it takes, like 2 seconds. Yeah, like about 2 seconds to reload. That's pretty good, and you shouldn't have much issue about that if you want decide to use LMG. Just a 1-star, but as you could see, just dispatch everything really quickly. It's 1-star blooded LMG. Okay, now we will go to blooded prime 50 cal machine gun, and we need another Scorch Beast. And we are here, we have another Scorch Beast. See, this weapon is just insane if you consider the damage. It has its primes, you see, even if Scorch Beast is mid-air, they have absolutely no problem to kill her, like almost instantly. For those guys, 1 bullet is just enough. You can even use it in VATS because 1 bullet per kill. That's my favorite weapon, and I think at this moment the most powerful if you consider DPS overall. As just to quickly show you guys again, that's the most powerful weapon I have, and it's my favorite. Blooded, faster fire rate, faster reload, 50 cal, with prime receiver and heavy barrel. It's just insane weapon. And you already saw it in action. Now let me use energy weapon. In this case, it's a prime laser, ultra sight. It's really fun to use weapon, and what's important, ammo is like almost free, regardless if you are using regular fusion cores or ultra sight fusion cores, because of recent changes to crafting. If you use ultra sight fusion cores, you like have 3 of them from 1 flux, and each core will be over repaired and will be over 100% condition when you craft it. If you have high intelligence, then it's pretty much like insane amount of ammo from those cores, and damage as well if you consider shooting a Scorch. Someone is helping me, but as you can see, damage is great, especially versus Scorch. Although it's worth to mention, with this particular weapon, with ultra sight Gatling laser, using prime fusion cores, using prime receiver and ultra sight fusion cores isn't really too beneficial. You can just use 3 regular fusion cores and have almost the same damage. Then it's up to you, whatever you like to use. If you like to use regular fusion cores, I will link in the description my video how to get a lot of them safely. Those are basically free. Regular fusion cores are like free ammo. For me, it's like free ammo. Okay, now we are outside Vault 94. And why are we here? Basically, sometimes you would like to play with higher health than that, because poison will still kill you if you want to do solo Vault 94. Even on novice, you cannot allow yourself to die because it's game over and you need to restart it. And in this particular case, you would probably like to play with higher health, and for this reason, it's very easy to modify or build slightly. Like, I will get rid of lock and load for a moment. I will put back blocker. For full health build, I will not need an air rage and I will not be using energy weapons. Then I toss in demolition expert, and just in case if I will be scrapping something, whatever, I can put scrapper, or I can just put first aid 1. Normally I will kick batteries included, but I have so many cores on me that I cannot do it. And we have basically at this moment the build is modified for what you want to have if you will go full health. Yeah, this doesn't suit. Okay, that's fixed it. That's built for full health. I think I didn't miss anything now. We have proper weapons for that as well. Here are the weapons that I will be using. There is Furious Prime Light Furious Prime LMG, 2-shot Prime 50 cal. This particular one is bullets explode for area damage, and this one is with faster fire rate. I will show you both those guns in action when you choose to go full health, and maybe I will show you as well how this will work when you lose all the bonuses from low health. Adrenal reaction, night rage, that are boosting your damage with this build normally. Oh, I almost forgot. Other very good option for endurance if you want to go full health is Chamfen. Basically, if you will use Psychotats with this one, duration will be doubled and you can use Psychotats for much longer with any hard tough fights or any other gem. It's great. Doesn't look like, and not many people are using this, but it is actually a great perk. Okay, let's see now this 50 cal regular one in action. As you know, in Vault 94 enemies are pretty tough. Then it's a very good test. As you can see, I have lower damage now with this regular 50 cal, but still I can dispatch those ghouls without any bigger issue. Look what this is doing with those fella. It just annihilates them. Only the reload is a slight problem, but it's not much of a problem. Okay, now time for some change. TSE 50 cal now. Oh, I almost killed myself. That's a problem with explosive weapons when you're not using fireproof free. As you can see, even at full health, heavy gunner build, if you put all the correct perks, you have your mutations, you have decent legendary weapon. It's not much what can really harm you. You will just use stimpaks because of playing full health compared to playing low health when you don't really need any stimpaks. Okay, let's try a little bit explosive 50 cal. Hopefully we'll be able to keep them away from me. What I'm using. There it is. It's dangerous. LMG it is then. Legendary was quick. Yep, there it is. As you see, it's really decent damage with LMG. Back up a little bit, I don't want to die in here. Let's try a little bit TSE. TSE seems to be working great on hard, and there is no risk I will kill myself, as I'm far enough. And for even more damage, I always have a bunch of Psychotats with me. Bunny jumping works really well as well with any explosive weapons. And now we should have it. Oh, nice. 2-shot Gatling gun. But hit chance and critical meter. Not bad. Not the best one. But still, oh, by the way, Gatling gun, whatever the Gatling gun is, it's a perfect ammo saver. It's like almost like a melee weapon with a range. But if I will put a speedy receiver on that, I will have much better effect. And it's really perfect ammo saver. Okay, maybe to show you guys how good it is, I will need to drop my health a little bit. I will show you one other stuff. Maybe I'll be able to do it here. Damn the fireproof. Put in revenant, and now broke my legs. It's awesome. Not enough damage yet. Let's try again, and one more shot. Down, and I'm back up, and as you can see, I have the revenant bonus. Where's my power armor? We'll be back into power armor in a second. I need some rats. Radiation is a little bit slow, but that's okay. And I have my Gatling gun. This is a real ammo saver. I don't want to die here, I need my power armor. I think I will have enough damage with this health, even without swapping my perks now. And now I will show you guys my ammo saver. It's bloodied, explosive, 2-star Gatling gun. Look at this Scorch Beast. She's just melting. And it's an ammo saver. Insane durability, better than melee weapons, and great damage with range. You can't have anything better really. Just speedy receiver and regular 5mm ammo is the way to go with this weapon. You can kill everything. Ammo is super cheap. Usually, you'll be able to pick up more of this ammo than you are actually using, and if you craft couple, then it lasts and lasts and lasts. Okay, and that's about everything I wanted to show you guys this time around. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will do another video after some time when I will have a moment to make another video actually. Okay, thank you guys very much and see ya.